Proud American, what's up?
What's happening?
What's going on? What's your take?
I'm just curious. Your headline: Biden didn't
Mm-hmm.
commit crimes with the documents Trump did,
Yep.
and you came up with that how?
I came up with that because I read the Biden report by the special counsel.
Oh, so taking classified documents from the White House or any classified documents while being a senator. Not even he was. This is before vice president. He was a senator. He took classified
Mm-hmm.
documents and had them sitting in his car. That's not illegal.
So there are documents that they don't know whether or not they're classified because nobody
No, they
can
were
confirm that
classified.
because the documents, hold on a second, are still classified because the documents are older. But all of the documents from his Senate when he was senator are previous to the 1987 law that standardizes how to handle those documents. So it's not unsurprising.
But you're still not allowed to take any classified documents whatsoever.
Like I said, if
It's
this was prior
never,
to
never, ever allowed
1987,
to take documents.
if this was prior to 1987, then there was times that he could have documents in his house.
No,
So you
incorrect.
can't do that
Senators
anymore.
have never,
I read the
ever.
report, man. I read the
Listen,
report.
I don't know what report you read, but senators are
The Robert
never
Hur
allowed to
one.
take,
I
never
I don't
allowed
know
to
what you're
take
not understanding about
documents
this.
classified home.
This report, the Robert Hur report, where it talks about it. And even if Joe Biden wasn't able to bring them home, okay, he could have them from the time he was vice president and president. It would be past the statute of limitations anyways.
Even if he's vice president with classified documents in his home, how is it not a crime?
It's not a
It's not the
crime because
president,
he
vice
didn't have
president.
he didn't, right. The vice president has the same exact rules governing him in classified document as the president does.
Okay, so if and with okay, now with that being said, what did Trump do different that Biden didn't do or did do?
Awesome.
What's
I'll
different
read you the
between Trump
report.
and
Okay,
Biden?
so okay, I'll read you what the report said, and you can. There's more to it, but this is the general principle of why they didn't. They said that nobody that is a vice president or president have been charged for mishandling classified documents from their own administration ever. The exception is former President Trump. It is not our role to assess the criminal charges pending against Mr. Trump, but several material distinctions between Mr. Trump's case and Mr. Biden's are clear. Unlike the evidence involving Mr. Biden, the allegations set forth in the indictment of Mr. Trump, if proven, would clearly establish not only Trump's willfulness, but also serious aggravating facts. Most notably, after being given multiple chances to return classified documents and avoid prosecution, Mr. Trump allegedly did the opposite. According to the indictment, he not only refused to return the documents for months, but he also obstructed justice by enlisting others to destroy evidence, then lie about it. In contrast, Mr. Biden alerted authorities, returned classified documents to the National Archives and Department of Justice in 22 and 23, consented to the search of multiple locations, including his homes, permitted the seizure and review of handwritten notebooks he believed to be his personal property, and in numerous other ways cooperated with the investigation. So that's some of the things.
Yeah. Well, there was never a time ever that he didn't cooperate with turning over classified documents. They came to his home
Yeah,
and
there is.
actually they came okay, but they came to his home and inspected everything and said, okay, this is all okay. This is legit. Everything's locked
No,
up.
they
It's all
didn't.
good. They're not
No,
sitting in
they
a
didn't. They
car
asked
in the
him.
garage.
No, no, they asked him. They weren't in his car in his garage. They asked
We're,
him if
no,
he
they
had
were in
turned
his
in all
car
the
in the garage.
documents. Hold on a
There's a
second.
photo of it. Come on.
Listen for a second. They asked him if he had returned all the documents, and Donald Trump said yes. And then he went on to show those documents that he lied about having off to other people. He did not tell the DOJ that he had those. He lied to his lawyers, 5 different lawyers that he lied to. So I don't know where you're getting at. It's not the same
Well,
instance.
how
Donald Trump lied for months. He took the documents and showed the documents off to people. He regularly talked about the documents that he had to numerous different people that are going to be testifying against him. He lied to his lawyer, the DOJ, asked his lawyer if he could destroy evidence. The list goes on.
Yeah, well, the only reason, I mean, I don't know if you read the report for the special counsel, the only reason Biden got a pass is because they said that he would not be competent. He doesn't even know his name. He doesn't even know when he was vice president. He asked him.
No, listen.
He didn't even remember that he
I
was
read
president.
the report. Cool. Yes.
Okay, read it again.
I read.
So they didn't. Listen, I've
have you read it? Have you read it? Have you read it?
I watched the press conference.
Have you read it? Have you read it?
I watched the press conference.
Have you read the report?
Well, go ahead, read it.
Have you read the report?
No, I don't know.
Because I'm wondering. Okay, then I'm wondering how you're able to tell me what is. Stop. I don't know how you're able to tell. Bro's yapping. I don't know if you haven't read it. How you're going to sit there and tell me what's in this report? Because I know.
I watched the press conference. Are you not comprehending?
Okay, so listen. The reason that they didn't charge Joe Biden is not because he's forgetful or doesn't remember, has memory problems.
Right,
the reason that they didn't charge him. Listen, I'm
going
to hit you with a mute, man. I'm going to hit you with the mute if you can't stop. Thanks. The reason that they didn't charge him is because they don't have any evidence. Nothing in this executive summary about Joe Biden having memory issues is supported by any of the evidence that is presented in the other 300 pages. It's just not. The reason they didn't charge him is because they couldn't find any evidence. It has nothing to do with his memory or anything to that degree. He did not find any fucking evidence at all.
Can I respond to that now?
Sure.
If it wasn't said, right? If it wasn't said, which it was said, he did say it. He was incompetent. So you're saying it wasn't said. But here's my thing. If it wasn't said, then why did they rush out to give a press conference where Joe mumbled his ass off on that too?
It was said he didn't. I don't know what you're talking about.
He didn't. Losing his mind. Do you even?
It was said in the listen a second, please. Thanks. It was said in the executive summary that was written by Robert Hur. There was a political attack on Joe Biden that was not supported by any evidence that he presented in the entirety of it. He talked about Joe Biden. Oh, he had to sit there and ask. And by the way, this is after October 7th. This is the day after October 7th. Do you know what that day is important?
Why is it so important?
Awesome, cool. Because it was the day, October 7th was the day Hamas attacked Israel. And Joe Biden was interviewed on the 8th and 9th. So I think Joe Biden was under a little bit of stress. But the reason that Robert Hur came to this conclusion is because in a 5-hour interview, he could point to 3 things that Joe Biden sat there and tried to remember. He tried to remember the days, he was like, was I still vice president then? That's what he said. Because he was trying to remember if he was still vice president in and how the timeline added up. And then he said he was trying to be like, what year did Bo die? Which is a normal thing for people to do because I don't remember lots of people I know that have died and what year they died in. I remember that happening. I remember everything about it. I don't remember what year it was in. These are normal things. And to point to those in a 5-hour interview after one of the most stressful days in Biden's presidency and be like, oh, look, he was trying to ask questions to set up a timeline is absolutely ridiculous.
Okay.
Because, I want to point out in the report, hold on a second, one more time. One thing too.
Sure.
One thing too. In this report, Robert Hur points out at least 10 people, it's probably closer to a dozen people that can't remember distinctive events that they have proof that they know happened, that the special counsel knows these things happened. They talked to other people and they were like, this person did this. And then they would go talk to that person. They're like, I don't really remember that. And this happened throughout the report because this shit was fucking, 8 years ago. It was 8 years ago. And does he say that these other people have cognitive issues? No, he doesn't. He didn't. So the reason they didn't charge him is because they didn't find any evidence.
Let's leave that all aside, right? Let's leave that all aside. You're going to honestly say, not now. I know you have your TikTok to run and all that, and I respect that. But in all honesty, in all seriousness, you don't think that there's something wrong with that man watching the things he does, falling down. He don't know where to go. He always seems lost. I mean, I'm asking you, from you. And I know you got to show.
This is why.
But in all honesty, you don't really think that guy has all his wits?
So I think that so here's the thing. Do I think that Joe Biden is as sharp as he was 20 years ago? No, absolutely not. But to characterize him because he tripped going upstairs as being affable or whatever, doesn't know what he's doing, is absolutely wild. You guys take a handful of clips and that have happened over the course of his presidency and then show it and go, look, he doesn't know where he's at, whatever. And you've never listened to anything the guy said to any real length.
No, I do. Listen, I'm not against Joe Biden. I live 30 miles from him. I know I shake hands with some people that he shakes hands with. I'm not against Joe Biden. Joe Biden, I think, was at one time a middle-of-the-road Democrat who really wanted to help his country. But for some reason, he took a left turn. Now, Joe is not the Joe I once knew. I don't think Joe is as sharp as he was once before. And I look at him and I say, like shame on his family that they allow him to be like that and still put him out there. And I mean, I know he's the
all right, man. I'm just gonna post.
He is my president. I get that, but the thing is he's not. I don't think he has all his wits with him anymore. And I mean, I don't say that.
Well, that's fine. Then why don't we just listen to what he's saying? I mean, right? Because dude. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because if you did, you wouldn't be talking about it.
I won't be talking about what? I won't be talking about that he mumbles when he's talking. That's not concerning. Like, you know what's funny?
He's had a stutter.
Because you want to.
Hey, stop yelling.
Shut me up.
Yeah, I do. Can you stop yelling? I muted you. Can you stop yelling? What the fuck?
We'll play what he said about Trump and how Trump invited NATO allies to get hit.
Bipartisan bill sends a clear message to Ukrainians and to our partners and to our allies around the world. America can be trusted. America can be relied upon. And America stands up for freedom. We stand strong for our allies. We never bow down to anyone, and certainly not to Vladimir Putin. So let's get on with this. Remember, the United States pulled together a coalition of nearly 50 nations to support Ukraine. We unified NATO, expanded it. We can't walk away now. That's what Putin's betting on. He just flatly said that. Supporting this bill is standing up to Putin. Opposing it is playing into Putin's hands. As I've said before, the stakes in this fight extend far beyond Ukraine. If we don't stop Putin's appetite for power and control in Ukraine, he won't limit himself just to Ukraine. And the cost for America and our allies and partners are going to rise. For Republicans in Congress who think they can oppose funding for Ukraine and not be held accountable, history is watching. History is watching. History is watching. Failure to support Ukraine at this critical moment will never be forgotten. I want to be clear about something because I know it's important to the American people.
Wow, he sounds totally incompetent. I can't believe it. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. Wow. By contrast,
if you want to cherry pick, like,
I'm not cherry picking. All right, I won't cherry pick. Give me a month.
Here's the thing.
Give me a month.
I can pull up 20
Hey, no. Thanks. Stop. Give me a month.
A month? What? Do I know when this man
pick a month?
No. Pick any month.
Any month.
Mumbles all the time.
Hey, bro, if you can't pick a month, this is a simple question. Hey, I'm going to have to hit you with a mute, man.
So because I don't have an exact date,
You're muted again. I'm going to ask you one more time, okay? Can you give me a month? Any month of the year. Pick a month. Pick a month. I literally just went to the one yesterday. I didn't cherry pick anything. I just picked a random number. But give me a month. Any month of the year.
He's asking you to give
Type
him
it in the chat.
So that he can pull up a random speech that you have chosen that shows that he's not incompetent. So that is what he is asking, because you accused him of cherry picking. So if you give a month, he will pull up a speech from that month and play you and show you.
Yep, city. Yep, city. All right. Do you have a month? Any month in the month? Any month of
Yeah,
the year?
I'm gonna pull one up for you.
No, you're gonna.
No, I want a
Instead of
month.
you pulling it up,
You
I'll
said
pull it
no
up.
cherry picking. No cherry picking. You said
All
don't
right, well, I'm
cherry
gonna try
pick.
to-
Give me
well,
a
I'm gonna
random month.
I'm gonna try to
No.
find out the month that he was.
Muted again. Absolutely muted again. This is
You're
not a
trying to cherry
discussion.
pick.
We're not having a discussion on this. You absolutely just said no cherry picking. So that's what I'm doing. I need you to pick a month. I'm not going to allow you to play anything, nor am I going to play anything. You're going to pick at random. You will not play anything in my live that's cherry picked because you said that's a problem. Give me a month or you're going to go. I don't know why. This isn't a difficult question. He said it was cherry pick, so yeah, no cherry picking, but wait a minute while I go cherry pick something.
Just gonna send it to Tucker Carlton's Twitter real quick. Somebody in your chat was like, "Dude, proud American, you're mumbling."
Can you give me a month, please?
I'll tell you what. I think in May he might. I think that's when he was doing the military.
Okay,
thing,
that's all I
where he
heard.
fell
May,
down. So we'll look
awesome,
up in
cool. May, awesome. Joe
It's
Biden's
funny how
speech
you
in
all,
May.
like 40s to try to
on.
gang up on people.
Yapping.
These are hysterical. It's funny you just don't
Yapping.
open your eyes to the fact that he's incompetent.
Yapping.
You think Trump is competent?
Why is Trump not competent to you? Please, what makes him incompetent to you?
Hold on.
I'm sure you have a laundry list.
Yeah.
Because you think, and I'm sure that you think the country's better off now than under Trump, right? That we're in like 40 different wars, like the war in Ukraine. We don't even belong in it.
Can you stop yapping, please?
We're not in war, sir.
Yeah, but we're funding it, ain't we? So then actually we're in it.
Sir, Trump also funded
Can you
Ukraine.
please stop?
Well, Trump didn't fund the war in Ukraine.
Yes, he did.
No, he did not. There was no wars under Trump. Zero.
That's not true.
Yes, there was.
There was one attack against Syria. We attacked Syria, and there was nothing else after that.
Can you stop yelling, man?
They don't know what they're talking about.
There was no
All right,
wars
can you
because
pick 1, 2? Can you pick? Hold on. Hey, I'm gonna hit you with a mute, man. Can you stop? This is getting ridiculous. You're an adult. Act like an adult.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
Thanks.
you're a clown.
Hey, can you stop, man?
Can
You're
you
just
shut
getting.
the chick up?
Can you-
move your wolves? Hang on.
What is she
What a
clicking
chi-
to
what a child.
research?
It's
That's
just
the lady.
muted
What is she,
immediately?
like?
This isn't
Oh my
difficult.
God.
If Joe Biden is so unbelievably incompetent, I should be able to pull up any speech that he's talking in and be able to listen to it. Or at least there should have been one yesterday, right? There should be a gaffe every day. Jesus Christ.
I don't know, but the lady needs to calm down.
Do you not?
Good Lord.
Even-
Okay, can you stop? Hey,
He
stop.
was incompetent.
I need you to tell me either the economy, video 1, 2, or 3. One's about the economy. One, I'm not sure what it's about. It's talking to the Prime Minister of Japan, and the other one's something in Buffalo, New York. 1, 2, or 3. All from May of 2022.
Why would I want you to play anything about this inflated economy?
Sir,
I didn't ask a question.
Oh my God.
I didn't ask a question. Okay, I'm about done. This is so childish. Grow up. I need you to pick 1, 2, or 3. That's it. That's literally it. That's all I need you to pick. And then give me a time. I'm not going to do it with you. If you don't want to, I'm going to pick one. I'm going to kick you. I'm so done.
All he's doing is
I'm so
asking you
done.
to randomly pick something so that you cannot accuse him of cherry picking. And he can show you that Biden is not incompetent. It's not very hard to pick these numbers so that you can pick the random speech. Sorry about Morticia.
Morticia snoring.
Did
It's
you
simple.
pull?
Okay, 1, 2, or 3.
What is this from May? Is this from May, or you're going
2022?
to see stats on
May
the
of
Biden's?
2022.
Are you going to
May
give
of
me the economy?
2022. This is his speech. Oh my God, bro. This is a
You
last chance. Give me 1, 2, or 3. No, hold on. 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3.
You can't even do that right. But that's
1, 2, or 3.
that.
2.
All right, you're gone. Bye. Go away. No, go
You're
away.
here.
Pick a
Go
number
away. I'm
right.
done.